Hello Stampers, I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Inkin' with Dink and welcome to my video. This week on my videos I am featuring the Have a Hoot bundle that is in the mini holiday catalog. It really is a fun bundle to work with and it's on page 62 of the mini catalog that's out right now. Now the name of the stamp set is Have a Hoot. But it's not just for Halloween. It's super cute. So they've got these 3 stamps right here that are Halloween geared, okay? But then they've got a couple of Christmas ones because here they are under a mistletoe and here they are with Christmas hats. And then there's this owl right here that's holding a present that I have made birthday cards from. So just a good versatile stamp set. And then the greetings, as you can see, are some Halloween, some Christmas, and then just general from all of us. So just a fun kind of thing. So I decided for my first video this week using this, I'm going to do a case. And my team, for our team Facebook page, we have someone who is in charge of our challenges every week. So every week she posts a different challenge. It may be a casing layout challenge, it may be a color challenge, a fun fold, just all kinds of fun things that we do. And then everybody makes cards to complete the challenge. So this week our challenge was a sketch challenge or a layout challenge, and it just was to have the 3 boxes down the side and make anything you want. So this is the card that I made for this week's challenge. Decided to make it a Halloween card and to show you guys how to make this cute card. So are you ready? Well, let's do this. So to start off, we're going to need a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, and this one measures 8.5 by 5.5. We're just going to take it and fold it right in half. Now I hope that most of you are aware that in order to cut a piece of cardstock into card bases, basically you get 2 card bases out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So this is 1/2 of the paper, the other half would be here, and you just cut it right down the middle to make your 2 card bases, okay? Now one of the stamps in the stamp set says boo, so I thought I would use that to make my own background. Okay, so it's kind of like making your own designer series paper, and that you just pick out a stamp. Now don't use necessarily a busy one, but just use something that's going to look good all over as a background on your card. Okay, so the word boo here is the perfect one to use. All right, so that is the background for my card. So I'm going to go ahead and set it aside. Like I said, the layout challenge was 3 squares down the edge. So I opted to go with 1.5 inch squares. Now I know that my stamps in the stamp set are much bigger than that, but, oh, and I don't know why I brought that one over, are much bigger than that. But what I just wanted to be sure is that I could get enough of the image so that you could tell what it is. So I've got the 3 stamps that are Halloween related. And on this one, I want to be sure that I get the owl and the spider. So since I have my sticker on here, I can really tell where it's going to stamp and how much of it. So I just want to be sure that it is filled in within my square. Okay. And there's a stamp here that has an owl and a pumpkin, and the whole thing of it will fit on here. And he is super cute. And then the last one I'm going to do is this owl that has his cape on like a vampire. And I want to be sure the moon gets in here because that's important to it. And so I'll stamp that just like that. Okay. Now I am ready to color them. And I just kind of went through and just have picked out some stamps or some blends that I think are going to be good colors for my owl. So this is the light crumb cake, and I'm just going to start off doing the body of my owls in this color. There is that one. You know I love the blends. If you watch very many of my videos, I use my blends a lot to do my coloring. I just love that I can color and it just always looks fabulous. The blends blended all together, so there are no color lines. And I just think they are great. So now I'm going to use the dark crumb cake and kind of go and fill in a little bit where I want some shadowing and with what I want to be a little darker. So I'm using the brush end here, and I'm just kind of going around the wings like that. Now I'm going to use the finer end, and I'm going to go through and draw on the black lines on my stamps. And that just kind of makes them pop a little bit and stand out. Okay. Now I'm going to use my dark Cajun Craze to do my little owl toenails and also the little beaks. I have the light daffodil, that's going to be my moon. And also, let's do the eyes. And I also want to do the inside of my pumpkin face. Okay. I have a dark pumpkin pie that I'm going to use for my pumpkin. And actually, I probably should have done it in the light and done this to highlight, but that's okay. There's no right or wrong with doing coloring. Okay. And let's do some light to kind of give some shadowing in there like that. All right, so now let's do his cape. So of course I've picked purple. So this is the light rich razzleberry. Then I'm just going to color it in. And then I'm going to do the dark, and I'll do the fine tip and go over the black lines that Stampin' Up! Has provided there. All right, now I am ready. This is the light soft suede. And I'm going to do the pumpkin stem, going to do the tree branch, there we go. And there's a tree branch on this one too, like that. And finally I have, and this was one of my favorite ones, the light basic black, and I love it because it does give it dark, but it's not as dark as the basic black. So there we go. There are my three stamped images all colored. So then I wanted to mount them on black. So these are 1.5 inch squares. So for the black, I did 1 5/8 inch squares. So I'm just going to take my adhesive and let's map these on here. Just like that, and then we're ready to put them on our card. So what I do every time I'm going to place things on a card that are going to have to be centered is I always do the ends first. So that is why I did the top one. And then I'm going to do the bottom one. And then it's super easy to do the one in the middle, to just center it in the space that is left here. Just like that. Okay. Now I have cut out a little label, and this is from my Stitched So Sweetly dies. And it is a perfect size to put the greeting, "Have a Hoot on Halloween." I love that with Stampin' Up! Dies, we have all these different label dies now, so they are so perfect for stamping greetings and sentiments on our cards. Okay, now I want to do a little bit of ribbon just because I want it to pop a little bit. So all I'm going to do is cut a strip like this, and this is my glitter, my black glitter ribbon, glittered organdy ribbon. I love this ribbon. It has been around for a little while and I'm super glad. And you know, I always use my tear and tape when I'm adhering ribbon. So all I'm going to do is just stick a little piece right there on the back of my label. Let's take that off. Take our ribbon, fold it how I want it, and I'm simply going to attach it to the back of the label just like that. Now I am ready to go ahead and adhere this to my card. So I'm just gonna put that right down there like that, and there you go. There is a Halloween card from the Have a Hoot bundle that is in the mini catalog and is super fun to play with. So tomorrow for my Facebook Live, I'm going to be showing you a gorgeous Christmas card made out of it, just to kind of show you some other holidays to do with it. And then you'll have to be watching on Thursday to see what I come up with then. If you're ready to go ahead and add this to your collection, go ahead and go to dinalstamps.stampinup.net. Be sure and use the hostess code. Why? Because I give out card kits every month for anyone who places an order online that reaches at least $30. So when you do that, you will get this card kit in the mail, and the card kit is 2 of each of these cards. One of each of the cards will already be completed for you to use as a sample. The second one will just be all the consumables for you to put together the card using whatever stamp sets and inks that you have available. So again, free 6 cards to anyone that places a $30 order in my store and uses the August host code. So thank you so much for joining me today. I just want to thank you again for supporting me as your demonstrator. You watching my videos and purchasing from my online store is what keeps me going, especially during this tough time right now since I can't do in-person classes. So I truly appreciate your support, and thank you so much for watching.